What did you eat?
What's going on, everybody?
It
Happy
looks like
Tuesday.
Brooks recovered well from shoving food in his face.
You don't know that. You don't know that's what he was doing.
Not yet.
Welcome to the Tuesday edition, July 14th of the Gary Williams Stole My Lawn Furniture program. It is All-Star Game Day. This is a very special day in the Rothschild family. We went to quite a bit of these. I think our dad and our uncle went to every All-Star game from 92 to 2019-ish, something like that. And Brooks and I were able to tag along to quite a few. Brooks went from, I don't know, maybe 99 to the middle of the 2010s. And I think my first one was in 03. I missed a couple because we had baseball and stuff like that. But I think I've been to probably about a dozen All-Star games.
I'm sure we've all been to Philly's new park. When you guys were doing that like stretch,
I have not.
Did you go to the old park? What is the best?
I think Brooks has been to the old one, not the new one.
No,
never been to either of them.
Neither. Nope.
Huh.
Really?
Interesting. I've been to the new one. I've been to Citizens Bank once. I don't remember exactly what the game was. I think it was Orioles Phillies like 5 or 6 years ago or something like that. But
the new one's a pretty darn good park. I'm not saying the ambiance around it is good, but the actual park inside itself is pretty darn good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice place to watch a ball game for sure.
I mean, it's not going to compare to like Pittsburgh or anything like that, where you got the bridges in the background and stuff like that. But definitely nice little scenery inside. They do a nice job. They have like a second tier that you can go up to, and it's got like a couple pubs and a bunch of concessions areas, and pretty sweet.
Yeah. Good place to watch a ball game. Home Run Derby was last night. Did you guys get to watch it? What did you think about the new format? Do you think they're going to keep this format next year? I bet they don't.
Like Dell was talking about yesterday, he goes, right when I understand the rules of the format, they change the format. And so I enjoyed the format they had.
Times in the last 20 years, right? Yeah, I didn't dislike it at all. I thought it was going to be a lot worse. I thought there was going to be guys taking a lot of more pitches. And you saw Walker taking a pitch or two in between his swings at the end, but look, he's gassed. He's been swinging all night. And but it was exciting for sure. At least the very end of it. So
I mean, you guys have been there. When you take that many swings, you're like, just the grip itself, your hands get tight. Like you start getting like sore and shit. So I understand that.
Yeah, you also get sweaty, you get worked up, you get sweat starting to run down your arm onto your hands and onto your batting gloves. And
it honestly, it didn't take much longer than what the old format was, because you would have those timeouts where people running out with Gatorades and kids and I'm not making fun of any of that. I mean, it's cool, I understand it, but it was the same kind of thing. I like it.
It's not cool.
I mean, you didn't like it at all, Brooks?
No, the new format. I thought the old format was kind of stupid, to be honest with
you.
Yeah,
I like it. So I thought I was gonna dislike the 20 swings, but it's essentially kind of an out. Kind of. But I mean, I kind of liked it, to be honest with you. I like that you can't end on a home run.
Yeah,
you get to keep swinging.
I thought that was a good idea too.
Yeah, I like that. That was cool. Now, was that for just the championship, or was that?
I think it was the whole thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Once you have one swing left, it's basically you keep swinging until you don't hit a homer.
All right. I mean, I only saw it in the championship round. Yeah. Maybe I just was not paying attention for the last swing of some of the other rounds, but
yeah, it was
maybe
good.
I didn't really love the Netflix broadcast, to be honest with you.
I didn't either.
Honestly, I didn't know the game. I didn't know that it was on Netflix until yesterday when I got to work and I turned on ESPN. I turned on Fox and I was like, "Where is the Home Run Derby?" I had to Google it, and it was on Netflix. So I put it on Netflix. We didn't have the sound on or anything, so I didn't get to listen to the broadcast. So I don't know how it was in terms of that. But I will say, a few times I looked up at the TV, and like the pregame show, they had Rizzo on a couch. They had whoever the announcer lady was, and then in the middle couch they had Barry Bonds and Albert Pujols. Barry Bonds and Albert Pujols, and I was like, "Are there 1,500 home runs on this fucking?"
Also,
couch?
why did it look like an episode of Sally Jesse Raphael with all these like chairs, and it looked like they were literally in someone's living room?
Yeah.
I thought like my aunt Teresa was running this thing.
There were like high top cocktail tables, like on the field, like where people. I think they were like VIP tables.
Platform time there, Dusty. Brooks dropped. I can't hear you. Coming right back.
Oh God, here we go. Sweet. All right, so I guess I'm solo going now. But yeah, it was a fun ending to the home run derby for sure. At the very least, the swings at the end from Walker, they all held quite a bit of weight. So that was it was a lot of fun to watch. Are you able to hear us now, Brian? Brian can't hear us because for whatever reason, I don't know what's going on. Coward solo style show featuring Dustin. Yeah, I guess we're gonna try to do that. Hi guys from Antonio. What's up, Antonio? Shirt. Yeah, I am wearing my All-Star Game shirt. I figured I had to today, right?
Is that Cincinnati? I can't see it.
This is Cincinnati.
Nice.
It's got the little Reds hat that they used to wear on there. I actually really like this polo. I've had it for a while.
How's that ballpark?
I don't remember it being anything special, but I don't remember disliking it. Great American Ballpark. That was kind of one of the. I think that might have been the last one that I went to, other than the one that they had at the Nats Stadium, and like maybe the year or two after that, because it was close to home. But I think that's right around the time that I stopped being able to go as consistently. Which yeah. I mean, I think I don't know. As far as like, look, I've been to 12 to probably. I think I've been probably closer to 15 ballparks. I mean, in terms of like the best ones I've ever seen, Cincinnati's definitely not ranking in the top 5 or 10. It's not very memorable. It's not like the worst stadium I've ever been to. Which honestly was probably old Yankee Stadium. If we're being honest, that fucking place was a shithole, and it was so tight. And it was. I mean, I get the history of it was cool, but it was so tight. It was in the middle of fucking
the Bronx,
in the middle of like a city block in the Bronx. Yeah, like it was just too small. And I think they did it justice building the new one.
Brooks, you're killing me.
Well, he's in a car. He's not home. So his Wi-Fi's cutting in and out. I don't really know what's going on with him. But yeah, I would say Minnesota was the one I liked the least. And then New York was probably the one that was just because it was old and dingy that I went to, and I wasn't a big fan of.
Get it. I don't get it.
So can you not hear me?
I don't. This platform blows.
Oh my God. Anyway, trying to carry the show today with these fucking idiots is really fun. Anyway, yeah. So All-Star Week is here. We don't get to play Orioles baseball, I don't believe, until Friday. So we get a few days off here. The only Oriole you're going to see tonight is Adley Rutschman. If you get to see him tonight, he's an All-Star reserve. He's not starting the game. I assume he'll get in and play. Usually they try to get, if there's one representative on a team, they try to get that person in.
Especially with him being a catcher, he'll probably catch 2 innings, 3 innings. Yeah.
Who's the starting catcher for the American League? Is it Shea Langoliers?
It's Langoliers, yeah.
Yeah. Deservedly so. He had 20 homers.
The other one is Baldwin, I think. Some guy I never
Baldwin
heard of.
plays for the Braves. Drake Baldwin. No, they're both National League guys, Baldwin and Goodman.
Yeah, the other one, the other catcher for the National League is a guy I never heard of until this year.
Baldwin?
Mm-hmm.
Baldwin won Rookie of the Year last year. You should probably know.
I didn't pay attention to the Braves last year because they fell off a deep end.
Yeah, they did suck last year. Yeah. But anyway,
So did you guys like the format? I might have cut out during that, but
it did. Yeah,
I thought it was exciting at the end for sure because he needed 3 or 4 homers in a row to win the thing. And
the only reason I knew it was on Netflix was because of the World Cup. If the World Cup was not happening, because the World Cup's obviously on Fox is carrying the game tonight. So they were publicizing the All-Star game like during whatever, these hydration breaks. And you would see that like the home run derby was on Netflix. So that's the only reason I knew that it was on Netflix.
Yeah. Like I said, the only reason I knew it was on Netflix is because I got to work and tried to find the channel. So
Yeah.
they didn't do a good job of telling everyone, that's for sure.
No.
And I'm one of the bigger baseball fans you're going to talk to. So
I-
talk about LeBron, says Nick Vogt. Fuck off.
I don't know. I don't like Barry Bonds as a person. I don't like A-Rod as a person. I think both of them are very educational when watching, with listening to them talk about baseball. Like Barry talking about wrists and watch the wrist action and stuff like that. Very enlightening. And like even um Walker was talking about how he was like, taking some not swings off, but lightening his swing. And Barry was kind of talking about that before he even said it. And that was pretty good. I mean, he's one of the best hitters of all time, whether you like him or don't. He's one of the best hitters of all time. And this the way he was describing things was something I would never even pay attention to.
Yeah, the way he talks about hitting is a lot different than than a lot of the mainstays of the the media that we get to listen to a lot.
Mhm.
And it's interesting to hear his perspective because, like you said, he is I mean, steroids or not, you can't argue with the numbers that the guy put up. He's has a more prolific career offensively
Yeah.
than any other player ever. So listening to him talk about hitting, pay attention if you're a guy who's, a younger kid growing up, whatever, obviously probably leave the extracurriculars out of it. But that ball hit that dude hit so many balls into that freaking McCovey Cove.
It does seem like even just watching him talk or watching him on camera, it seems like there's a haze just around him.
Yeah.
I don't know how to exactly describe it, but like you like listen to him and I still can't get, PEDs out of my head.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of worn off with A-Rod because A-Rod's been around for so long now, like so long as in like 6 years, 7 years, whatever the hell it's been, that I've kind of like gotten over that. But with Barry, it's just you can't not look at him. But I will
Well,
say this.
the thing with Barry is that he won all the MVP. He has all of the records for everything. So
Mhm.
we were looking at the guy who was supposed to be like our era's, like, this is the best player of all time. And a lot of people, that leaves a bad taste in their mouth because of what he did.
Mhm.
Because a lot of people consider that he was on the trajectory to being the greatest player of all time before he
Yeah.
even started doing all that stuff. And so that's why I think when a lot of people see them, maybe they're just kind of turned off by him. And also you just haven't seen him a lot in the last 15, 20 years.
I mean, hey, he's been out of the limelight for a very long period of time. I mean, the last time I really remember seeing him was when watching the Greg Maddux documentary.
Yeah. Which, it's but when I was a little kid, I grew up, I was idolizing Barry Bonds because he was hitting 70 homers and he was a 10+ time Gold Glover and fucking, it was just every accolade you could possibly imagine. So I mean, then you get older and you realize how that happened. So
He's one of those. One of the things I remember him saying when I was a kid, I was like, it's like 12, 13, 14 years old, whatever the hell it was. He would say, take the knob to the ball and the barrel will follow. Very simplistic. You take the knob toward the ball, the barrel will twist, natural reaction, and then you hit it. And it was very simple. I used to teach it to all the kids I coached. So it's very simple. And he's just a very enlightening fellow. And watching that Greg Maddux documentary when they both have iPads in front of them and they are not in the same room. And it's probably like, filmed at different times, different months. And they're going over the same at bat. He's like, I know he's going to start me in here, then he's going to go with a change up away. And Greg Maddux is saying basically the exact same thing that Barry is saying. It was a chess match, and it was very, very cool to watch.
Yeah, I've seen that video multiple times. It comes up on my Instagram feed or whatever all the time. It's one of those ones I always stop to watch because it's so much fun. Because just listening to those two guys talk about like it's a chess match, not like it's a baseball at bat. I don't know what's going on with Brooks. I don't know why he doesn't.
I think he might be going through the Amazon.
Maybe just wait until you find a new Wi-Fi spot and we'll try again.
Pull into a Chipotle.
It's pretty jarring right now. Just in and out here a little bit, but
it's like a jack in the box.
But congratulations to Jordan Walker for silencing the fans in Philly last night, and I'm a fan of that. They were great. They were
booing the kids missing pop-ups. That's incredible. If nothing says Philly, that says Philly.
Yeah.
Come on.
Do we think that Mike Trout is going to get the biggest standing ovation Philly has ever seen tonight? So they're trying to swoon him over there.
Most likely, yeah.
If you're not familiar, Mike Trout's a Jersey kid. He's an Eagles fan. He grew up a Phillies fan, just across the bridge from Philly. So he's like a kind of a local hometown hero in Philly, and a lot of people have speculated about his potential getting moved from Los Angeles to Philly at some point in his career. Although he has said so many times that he is never going to be waiving his no trade clause.
No trade clause, yeah.
But at some point, like
move him.
He's played in one playoff series in his entire career. I mean, I know he has been
3 at bats. He's 0 for 3.
It's not fun when one of the most competitive, one of the best players that we've ever seen doesn't get the opportunity. And we saw it. I mean, like the example that I heard somebody say on a podcast the other day, I wish I could remember who it was. Maybe it was one of the Talking Baseball guys, was like, it's like when Kevin Garnett was in Minnesota and he was just there forever and he wanted to stay there and he wanted to win there, but it just wasn't going to happen. And then they were just like, all right, we're going to send you to Boston. And then he goes to Boston and he finally wins. And we'll see if that happens with Mike Trout, or if he stays an Angel the rest of his career. I mean, he might finish with 3 playoff at bats because they're not getting any fucking better. They're still one of the worst teams in the American League, and it's like they had Ohtani and Trout at the same time.
Think about this. They had Ohtani and Trout at the same time.
And
got nothing for it. And Brooks is driving me insane. But I did. We were playing. The Orioles were playing. I can't remember who. It might have been it was the Angels. Playing the Angels. And whoever was pitching against us, and I don't remember the guy's name, so the story kind of sucks from that standpoint. And Ben McDonald goes, "You want to see the riches the Angels got from Shohei Ohtani? You're looking at him. It was the compensation pick that the guy was. Other than that, they got nothing. The Angels got absolutely nothing under this guy that pitched against us. They got like the 34th pick in the MLB draft. Sweet.
It was the 74th pick in the
74th pick.
The guy's name is Ryan Johnson.
There you go.
Which is the
and by the way, he shoved against
name
us.
of all time.
Yeah.
Ryan Johnson.
Yeah. So,
that's unfortunate. By the way, we know a lot of the rumors and stuff that were swirling back at the time now. When that trade deadline was happening in 2023 or 2024, 2023, I guess, when they were talking about potentially moving Ohtani because he was not going to be re-signing with the Angels. The Tampa Bay Devil Rays made an incredible offer for him that included Junior Caminero, who was in the home run derby last night, who had 45 homers last year, who has, I think, 25 or 28 already this year.
And great World Baseball Classic.
Yeah, really, really good player. So that's like, that's just, and, it's possible they were going to take a different package for Ohtani. It's possible they weren't even going to take that Rays package. So, there could be I'm sure there's speculation, a lot of trades, but like when you talk about the Skubal thing now, like, is Skubal going to get moved or not? If they come out of the deadline and they're, under 500 in their first 10 or 15 games, they're going to have to really legitimately think about it. And I think if you're a Tigers fan, you probably don't want to think about it. But I mean, I don't know. Look, we're at the All-Star game now. We're basically at the halfway point of the season, not exactly, but
not exactly 90 some games in anything.
We're basically we're a little over halfway through.
What are we, a buck and a half back or 2 back?
Who's that? The Orioles?
Yeah.
For the wild card, we're 11 and a half out of the division for the wild card.
Put the division and throw that out the window. Don't even worry about that. It's gone.
We're 2 back.
2 back, yeah. The division does not mean shit.
Yeah. 2 back of the Twins and the Mariners, who are both tied at 1 game below 500 for that last wild card spot, which is insane. The fact that the last wild card spot is going to go to a team that's potentially below 500. Also, the Red Sox have fought their way back. The Red Sox have fought their way back. They won 9 straight going into the break. So they're 46 and 48. They're a game and a half ahead of us now. I don't know.
There's a lot of, look, there's 50 feet of shit below us. All right, in terms of like the Royals and a couple other teams. At least we're there. I say we buy at this point, and we're starting to pitch well, which is wild.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, if we buy, it's going to be around the margins, right? They're not going to make a big swing because if they do, that would be dumb. Like Scooble's not coming to Baltimore. Like we would know that for sure. Like but like, we could get a couple bullpen arms, maybe like a fourth starter kind of thing. Maybe if you want to, a plug and play guy in the outfield would be nice. Like the biggest splash that we could make that would really, really help our team would be a guy like Byron Buxton, but obviously that's not going to happen either. I don't think he's number one. I don't think Minnesota would trade him because they're in the hunt. Mm-hmm. And also number two, if he was going to get traded, it probably wouldn't be to us. It'd probably be the Dodgers. I don't want
to prognosticate or hypothesize about who we're going to get. Just like, kind of like position wise, an arm, like a bullpen arm, maybe a plug and play outfield guy, something like that. Let's go buy some guys that are, like you said, around the margins. Probably the best thing you said right there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and say we're going fishing for Mike Trout. We're not doing that, but we're there. All right, we're right around, as you would say, we're around the hoop. And why not? Give it a shot. And you don't mortgage the system. You don't mortgage the farm. We're not taking we're not selling Ike, from our minor league system.
Well, if you were going to be fishing for an Angels outfielder, would you rather fish for a Mike Trout or a Tim Salmon?
I would definitely go for a Salmon upstream. That's a good pull by you, by the way, man. Trout or Salmon, I like it. That's good.
Brooks,
hey, Doug Wilkinson.
He's out of focus. He's trying. He's trying to join the show.
I know he is.
I hate everyone. I hate everything.
You sound like a fucking robot. You sound like
you definitely. You sound great, dude. You sound great.
Randy says,
Randy. Yeah. Randy's mid party pump telling you to quit, man. I love it.
Yeah.
By the way, I texted you guys yesterday, 11:30 a.m. Randy, first one. Yep.
Congratulations, by the way, though, to Jordan Walker, who won the home run derby. I don't think we've said enough about how good of a season he's having. Kind of came up at a really young age for the Cardinals a few years ago. I think he made his debut at 21 or 22. He's now 24 years old, having the best season of his career by a mile. He's leading the league in RBIs right now. He's got 74 at the break. He's got 22 homers, 294.
He had 24 home runs in this previous 3 years combined.
Yeah, like once again, one of these guys that came up with just all kinds of potential and just could not find it at an early age. But once again, now he's 24 years old. He's 6'6", 250. He's a massive dude. You saw it on display last night. The power looks effortless, and he was hitting balls. He was flicking his wrist and hitting balls 450 last night.
He was hitting moon balls. And also, how cool is it that his family was there? They're wearing like Walker's dad or Jordan's dad, Jordan's mom, whatever.
Yeah,
Walker's mom. I think he said Walker's mom, Walker's dad. And his sister was there, and I think his grandmom.
Yeah, and they kept showing him. I think the broadcast did a good job of going, like, showing the family after each home run and their reactions and how excited they were. Because, it's just a really, really cool thing for a family to be involved in.
It's sweet.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed everything about last night. I think PC was there. He sent a text to the baseball group chat.
Oh, that's awesome. Hell yeah.
He was in left field, or he was in the outfield, to put it that way.
Man, I mean, the amount of home run derbies we went to, and I don't think we ever got to sit in the outfield for one of them. And I always wanted to, because I always wanted the opportunity to catch a ball. That's like one of those cool things I would be able to say, I was able to catch a ball at a home run derby. You know what I mean? I got to go to fucking 12 plus home run derbies.
Yeah,
I can't complain. But yeah, it was just, I remember the year we were in St. Louis, we were on the third baseline down the line a little bit, and Prince Fielder or somebody, one of the lefties and I think Prince Fielder won that.
Smoked one.
No. He and this is before the net went all the way down.
Yeah, about to say it's pre-net netting.
Yeah, he hit like a pop fly kind of thing. But I remember there was a couple line drives over towards our section that were scary. But yeah, I remember he hit like a pop fly over to that side, and I think it landed in like a couple rows behind us in our section, and I think that was the closest we ever got. But yeah, Prince Fielder was a fun guy to watch in the home run derby.
Oh, I'm sure, man. It sucks his career got cut short because of a neck issue. I did like in his contract when he signed with the Brewers. Signed with the Brewers? Signed with the Brewers, I think. He came up with the Tigers.
No. He came up with the Brewers and then went to the Tigers afterwards.
And the contract he signed with the Tigers when he left his original team and went to the new team. In his contract, he put in there because he liked to sleep well. He put in his contract that any time they went on the road, whatever hotel they stayed at, he had to get the penthouse. That's freaking awesome. Like, I love that. That's just a fun little, like, hey, you want me? Like, well, guess what? I want the penthouse.
Yeah. You want Prince Fielder and Miguel Cabrera to be your corner infield? You're going to have to give me the penthouse.
The door just opened. I think this might be a Meg. We might have a Meg walking in. Watch out. Or it could be a Kelsey.
Boy. That's scary. It's a scary sight no matter what. That's for sure.
It might be a Delaware Dave. Oh, watch out, buddy.
What's up, Delly? Is that home run derby pool winner Delaware Dave?
Hey, home run pool winner Delaware.
Hey, I've already contributed more than Brooks just by showing up.
I love it.
Oh, man.
I wish he was here when you said that.
You want to see hilarity? Watch Delaware Dave try to put Netflix on television to Pig and Rister. It's incredible to watch. He might want to start, bonking people over the head with his skulls.
Delaware
Streaming is not meant for bars.
Oh, it's definitely not.
Streaming and sports shouldn't go together. Hey, who's that guy?
Who's that guy?
That's one of our co-hosts.
So angry. To see how bad streaming is in sports, we put the Derby on 3 televisions at Pig.
Yeah.
You can only have so many accounts on Netflix, so we're using my account and his account. Well, the TV that we were watching was ahead. Well, about halfway through the Derby, it was behind. It was so bad that we had to turn the other TV off because they were. It makes no sense. It's not like you can do anything to sync them.
And there's no such thing as a business account on Netflix. Like there used to be, like when you used to buy the package for the NFL, you could buy the package and you get it to every TV or whatever. Mm-hmm. Now you can't do that on Netflix. Why would you be able to do that?
It's like you have to take 2 remotes and hit this button at the same time.
Yeah, but the commercials aren't always the same length. The commercial will be a 90-second commercial and a 1-minute commercial. And And they do buffer, the distance to the modem. They buffer differently, and it's a disaster.
It is a disaster. I totally agree with you. I'm a bartender myself. It's just something that it's so annoying trying to figure out how to get all of these different games on all of these different TVs. It's a complete.
Dusty, did you have it on one TV or did you have it on multiple TVs?
So the way Turtle works is that we have receivers. So channel 77, I can put that on Netflix, and then I can put channel 77 on every TV. So
and they'll be one stream.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it kind of worked out. But I had the same problem where it was buffering, where there was commercials, and then it would come back, and I had to go reset it a few times to live because it automatically does what it wants. It feels like. It works out at Turtle.
Is 77 a Universal Channel, or is that a Ocean City thing?
No, it's in just the way Turtle is set up. It's weird. There's four boxes. There's 4 DirecTV boxes, and then one of them's channel 1, one of them's channel 50, one of them's channel 60, and one of them's channel 77. And I can turn one thing on each one and then change any TV to those, and they just.
Okay, yeah. It's going to get even more interesting this year because I think DirecTV might be losing the NFL ticket.
Yeah,
and if it does, then it goes to all streaming, and I'll have to make some kind of programming device that's just because it's a disaster.
You're gonna have to get YouTube TV. Like multiple accounts. It's gonna be a nightmare.
What a nightmare! What's the burger today, Deli?
The burger today is a caprese burger.
Explain.
Fresh mozzarella. He's going to make a tomato basil salad. It's a Sarge burger.
By the way, I think Dell's got to talk to you a little bit about canola oil if he wants to explain.
like an 18-year-old looking for marijuana. I'm holding. I currently have so somehow shipped to me yesterday were not one, 18 cases, 72 gallons, $1,163 worth of canola oil. So if you're in need, I mean, I am your man.
What's the shelf life on canola oil?
Longer than our shelf life, so we're okay there. But it's not like real or anything. It's we have a lot. Like a lot. Like I have a whole wall full. So
the canola king right here.
Like if the mafia comes, I'll be hiding behind the wall of canola oil. They're not getting me, buddy.
And guess who checked it in? A woman named Miss Kelsey McManus.
I mean, in her defense, it was on the invoice, but she didn't really, question why. It was 18K. While I was on the golf course, I was.
What did you came back and you just saw it and you were like, what the fuck?
No, they called me after the driver already left. They were like, hey, you got 18 cases. God, what?
Do we have
this information I got while it was in live, So yeah,
you guys you're gonna have some sort of fry cook.
They're suggesting we ran a slip and slide and then we greasy slip all the way to here to Ellie's down the hill.
Down the hill of Clinton Street down to Ellie's.
You could probably make it to freaking Lighthouse from there with all that.
Probably. It's all downhill, baby.
That'll we have a Diddy party.
New Diddy party.
New Diddy party.
God.
All right, boys. I'm going back to work.
See you later, Doc.
Man.
Is this like raw milk? Are you moving it underground? No, that's not. Just probably somebody put an extra zero on an order somewhere, and that's what happens every now.
There's our friend Nate, who you've seen on here before. He made an AI thing of Delaware, the canola king. It's him on the beach with a canola oil can with a canola king hat. Oh, it's great.
I love it. All right, yeah. So mid-season stuff I want to talk about.
Sure.
Biggest mid-season surprises, biggest mid-season disappointments. I think the Royals and the Tigers probably be in there. The Orioles.
Before we do that, it sucks about Mizorowski having to miss the All-Star game. That really blows.
Yeah, it does. He did have to miss his last start. I guess they said they said fatigue. I think it's just one of those things where he probably could have pitched, and they're just going to be as careful as they can with him because
without a doubt.
And they're one of the best teams in the National League. And quite frankly, if they get into the playoffs and they don't have him, then it's not going to matter.
Yeah.
Fatigue. I mean, did he just throw the fastest pitch of all time?
Yeah, he threw the fastest pitch of all time. I think 2 weeks ago or last week or something like that. He's also got the league lead in strikeouts by 20. He's also got the best ERA in the league by 0.43 over Cam Schlittler. He's got a 1.62. Cam Schlittler's got a 2.05. So yeah, I mean, he's just been unbelievable this year.
Yeah.
And just so much fun to watch. I know Christopher Sanchez is getting the nod for the All-Star game. Like Brian said, he might. And once again, Mizorowski not being able to pitch is a part of that. Did you guys see Zach Wheeler ended up getting invited after he was initially snubbed, and he came out and was like, fuck that. And
I respect it, honestly. And it takes some stones being a Philly and doing that in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I respect it. But look, I understand he missed the first month of the season, but he's still 9-1 he's got great numbers. 10-1. Okay. At the time, 15, I guess he was 9-1.
15 starts at the All-Star break. I mean, that's enough, right?
That's he might have been one of those. I'm going to say a cap casualty, which is probably the wrong term, but you'll understand what I mean when I say this. Is you have to get a player in from every team, and he was probably that guy left out because of that rule. Yeah. That sucks.
He came out and said, and I quote, "Not going to be the fifth option. They disrespected me, so I'm just not going to participate in that thing." He felt disrespected by the whole situation. He said he doesn't have a problem with the All-Star game itself, calling it a privilege. His problem is with the selection process. Maybe I didn't earn it from the get-go, but maybe just second choice. Once I feel like they kind of messed up, I'm out. Totally understand it. Once again,
if he had an incentive in his contract that he gets like an extra $250,000 if he was an all-star, I bet you that son of a gun would be in a uniform.
Well, it's also one of those things where, like, you look at Zach Wheeler's career and you wouldn't think Zach Wheeler immediately and think like, hey, does he have a Hall of Fame case? But he's been one of the better pitchers in baseball for a good 5, 6, 7 years now, and he's only a 3-time All-Star. So, like, I don't know how many 3-time All-Stars are in the Hall of Fame. Probably not very many, right?
Not very many.
You got to be better and more consistent than that. I know All-Star games aren't the end-all be-all, but, like, he's also come in second place in the Cy Young, I think 3 times, never won. So he's just kind of an always the bridesmaid kind of guy.
Yeah, you're right. You are 100% right, Dusty. And I know we want to get to midseason stuff, but real quick, because you just made me think of this. When we were watching the Orioles-Royals game, Salvador Perez, Hall of Fame, not Hall of Fame.
It's getting closer and closer every year, I feel like. I mean,
I'm going not Hall of Fame.
He's definitely Royals Hall of Fame. I don't know. He's going to be an interesting one because catchers are judged just a lot differently in general than
he reminds. Actually, Brooksy, please have your piece before I say anything else. I don't think he's.
We can't hear you at all. I can't hear you at all.
No. Brooks might throw something. In his career.
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't know.
He's more of a compiler right now, but also I forget how he's only like 36. I feel like he's been around for like 25 years.
Well, we say that all the time. He's one of those guys that just kind of seems like he's been around. He's one of those guys that just seems like he's been around forever. So yeah, I think he's going to have an interesting argument at the end. He does compile stats at the end. Now he doesn't really play all that good a catcher. He hasn't for the last few years.
He doesn't even really play catcher anymore.
Yeah. But I mean, he's one of those guys that baseball guys love. So you're never gonna,
I think we could have been palm reading Brooksy right there. That was pretty sweet.
We could have maybe done that. I don't know. Are you into palm reading and tarot cards and that kind of stuff? Is that your?
I remember Miss Cleo's commercials when I was a kid, but I mean now I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, there was a Stephen Wright joke back in the day. One of those stupid one-liner comedians before Mitch Hedberg. He was ahead of his time, but he had a joke where he was like, I was playing poker with my friends and I didn't realize until after I dealt that we were playing with tarot cards. He was like, I got a full house and 4 people died.
But by the way, I'm going to ask you a question here, but I have a closet quick draft for us, and I haven't given any thought to it, but I thought about it this morning around like 9 a.m. But I'll get to that when Brooksy gets a chance to come back. But
are we sure Brooks is going to get a chance to come back?
Who knows? He might be getting his palm read right now. But that being
he's right here.
Yeah, we got you, Tugboat.
Yeah,
sick.
For now.
I don't get it. Like I went somewhere else with better service, like drove to a different parking lot, and then like I get good service for a while, and then all of a sudden it just stops working. Now I've cut my car off so it doesn't connect to anything else.
I mean, literally,
now I'm gonna start sweating
for a while.
I'm gonna start sweating here in a second because I got no AC on. My windows are up.
Jeez. So we were talking about comedians. You're talking about Mitch. You're talking about Stephen Wright.
Yeah.
Real quick, this isn't a draft or anything. Who's your favorite comedian
ever?
Yeah, yours, not best, not best. Yours. Your favorite comedian.
My top 2 are probably Mitch Hedberg and Bill Burr. I'd probably be my top 2. Very different, but
I got a very random one. It's Pablo Francisco because he could do impersonations. That's why I really enjoyed him.
That was like one of our favorites growing up
when we were real little. Yeah.
And I'm not saying he's the best, right? I mean, like it's not George Carlin or Richard Pryor. I'm saying I enjoyed him as a kid.
Yeah.
Nate Bargatze's hard to beat right now.
Fair enough.
Yeah, there's so many of them. I used to be huge into stand-up. I'm not as into it anymore, but I mean, the guys who have made me laugh the hardest are probably Bill Burr, Louis C.K., Mitch Hedberg, those guys.
Dane Cook got me as a kid too. I was in college.
Yeah, Bruce. Remember Bruce? No, I'm joking. All right, let's mid-season
Mid-season
stuff.
Let's fire away. Yeah,
Let's
Dusty
get
wants to get this. Understood.
Yeah, I mean, look, I just want to do a quick what's most surprising, at least or teams that are doing way better than you thought, teams that are not doing as good as you thought. A lot of people would say the Chicago White Sox. They're
The
winning
White Sox.
They're
First
winning
thing
the
that
AL
came to my
Central
mind.
at this point. The Kansas City Royals are one of the worst teams in the American League. They're tied for the worst record in the American League. They were, a potential, central winner coming into the year. A lot of people thought, and they've been a complete disaster. On the other side, the Mets have been a complete disaster in the National League. The Phillies were a disaster for the first month, and now they're one of the best teams in baseball again.
So what's your biggest surprise?
My biggest surprise, I'm going to go out west. Give me the Fish in Miami. 52-45
out
in
west?
that division.
Go out west?
Sorry, Miami?
Go
out
National
west?
League. To the National
What kind of
League
geography you got going on there, Huckleberry?
For some reason in my head, I consider the National League the West. But yeah, no, I'm going to take the Fish of Miami in the southeast of the United States. 52-45, so 7 games above 500, even though they lost 3 going into the break. They've got 2 of the best on base / just base hit guys in the league, and Nader Lopez and Xavier Edwards in their middle infield. Kyle Stowers has still been good. Sandy Alcantara is putting together a good kind of bounce back season for him. Striking out a ton of guys and has a lot of quality starts. So good for Miami, a team that I didn't think was, especially in the division that they're in, was going to be able to compete, and they've been good.
Brooks, what you got? Biggest surprise?
Miami was probably mine. The no-brainer one is definitely the White Sox. I mean, I don't think anybody saw that coming. So I'll go with that. That's the easiest cop-out answer. But Dusty stole my my one that I didn't think he'd take.
The Fish.
Yeah, he's a big Western guy. I'm White Sox. Yeah, the White Sox. I'm right there with you, Brooksy. I mean, I did not see that coming at all. I will say this: if I can have a secondary one, is I'm not saying the resurgence of Paul Goldschmidt, but the stability of Paul Goldschmidt in New York. He's not. Remember, he was not good last year. I was surprised he even came back. And I'm not saying he's killing it, and I'm not saying he's bad. He's right there in that middle ground because he looked like he was going off cliff. And I will say Paul Goldschmidt kind of is like my 1B.
I mean, he's been great. He at this point he's kind of a guy he's going to be facing all the lefties all the time. He's going to get in there against a righty every now and then. He's hitting 260. He's got 15 homers. He's not playing every day, so he's contributing to this Yankees team.
Yeah,
he was actually having a really hot start in the last couple of weeks. He's kind of petered off a little bit, but still having a really good season for his age. I think he's 38 years old, turning 39 in 2 months. So
I know I'm cheating here a little bit. 1C, the resurgence of Mr. Donnie Baseball in Philadelphia.
At some point, we got to get a ring
over
on this
and
guy's
just
finger.
Rolling, baby. Go. Good for him. I'm a huge Donnie Baseball fan.
Got to get a ring on that guy's finger at some point.
We need to get a ring on that man's finger. I mean, and look, even if it comes at the behest of the Orioles, the Phillies, look, I mean, I get it. That dude is a stud. I mean, just career batting average 299. Like, that would drive me insane every day I go to bed. So that man
I
needs
should have
a ring.
retired. I should have retired 2 weeks ago. Fuck.
So he should have retired a year later because he would have won a World Series in '96. But his back hurts so bad. I understand that. But yeah. So what's the biggest the biggest prize, downward
biggest disappointment.
Biggest disappointment. Thank you.
It's got to be the Mets. I mean, they have the second worst record in baseball, and they have, I think, the highest payroll in baseball, other than the Dodgers and the Yankees. They've been a complete disaster. They signed all these guys in the offseason. Bo Bichette. They trade for Marcus Semien. They signed Jorge Polanco to a big deal. They bring in a couple other pitchers. And, it just has not worked out at all for the Mets. It's been a complete disaster from front to back. It's just been no bueno for them. And I know there's a couple of really disappointing teams, and I'm sure you guys will hit on them. But based on where this team was in terms of how much money they've spent
and all the resources and all the hype before the season. I think the Mets are just complete disaster. Like, the Rockies have a worse record, but we knew the Rockies were going to
No,
suck.
it'll be bad. What do you got, Brooksy?
Damn, who called the Mets? I believe I called the Mets and the Blue Jays not being very good this year.
Well, the Blue Jays are ahead of us right now, so let's just.
Dusty, you're
You want to
muted.
mute, buddy? You want to mute?
We're half ahead of Toronto.
Yeah.
Oh, are we? Okay, didn't know that.
Yeah, but I mean, people were taking them as like top 3 World Series favorite, like with the Mets and the Dodgers. And I was like, no, just because they made it last year and had like a great run doesn't.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
All right.
Well, Brooksy's frozen
we
up.
lost-
Well, Brooksy's
we
frozen
lost
up.
Brooks again.
My biggest disappointment is going to be Cal Raleigh. Just
Oh,
not
wow.
having. And look, I didn't anticipate him having the same year that he did last year, but it's been like a complete 180 on what. I mean, he doesn't.
This was a great answer, and part of the reason, look, the Mariners are 48 and 49. They're hovering around 500.
Yeah.
They've been a little disappointing this year, and I don't want to put it all in the back of one guy, but last year Cal Raleigh at this point had like 30 some home runs, and this year he's got 9.
I think he's got 7,
He's
8,
got
9. Yeah.
He's got 9 home runs, and he's hitting 169. He's got a negative WAR on the season. Look, he doesn't need to hit 60 home runs again, but even if he was on pace for 30, if he was on pace for 30, 35 homers and still playing, decent defense and being healthy, we would be looking probably at a team that's won 5, 6, 7 more games than they have. And he's just not been the same. And it's once again, I don't want to put it all on one guy because there's other guys on the team, but look, he's a guy who came in second in the MVP last year, and he's been a complete negative for his team so far this year. So it's a big difference. We see the difference. Like Gunnar a couple years ago was helping us win games. I think he had 9 wins above replacement a couple years ago, had 35 plus homers, was playing solid D, and now he's a guy that we can't really rely on all that much. And if he was playing like he was at the level he was playing in 2023 or 2024, I mean, we're probably looking at a team that's won 4, 5, 6 more games. And once again, I don't want to put it all on one guy, but it's just kind of the way it goes. You know what I mean? The guys at the top of the lineup that you expect to produce, they start not producing. That's how you lose ball games. And that's how you lose them quickly.
I think you're going to agree with me this, and I'm going back to surprises. Pete Alonso's defense. Holy shit. I didn't know he was this good at first base.
Pete Alonso, he's the scooper of the century. Dude.
Yeah, holy smokes, dude.
Yeah.
This guy's getting dirty.
Good. He's been good. I like watching Pete play because no matter what, even if he looks goofy out in the field sometimes, he plays fucking hard. Brooks says we should talk about the Blaze Alexander situation.
Also, Brooks just said I'm effing giving up. All right. I don't know why I just said effing. Like, he's fucking giving up. All right.
Yeah, he gave up. I understand it. We've had a rough morning. We're trying to get Brooks on this program.
I feel bad for Brooksy too. I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
He's trying. He's trying.
His stress levels are through the roof, so that Chipotle is going to go right through him, and he's going to have to be on the toilet soon.
Not to mention, he ate Chipotle, then he's got to probably poop, and then 2 or 3, he's got his windows up with no air conditioning on. He's got to be sweating like the madman.
There's a heat wave on its way. It's supposed to be
on its way here.
I think it's supposed to be like 105 degrees real feel in Ocean City tomorrow, and the next day it's going to be miserable.
That's brutal.
Yeah. So
we're all going to get it together, but the Blaze Alexander situation, that sucked. That just sucks.
Yeah, look, we finally get some momentum. We win 4 games in a row for the first time all year after winning 3 games in a row 8 times, I believe, previously this season. Yeah. Finally get 4 in a row going into the All-Star break, get some momentum. But, of course, the guy who's been the hottest at the dish for us and for most of baseball for the last month, one of the hottest bats you're going to see is Blaze Alexander, and he gets hit in the hand. It comes after – he's got a couple hits. There's a home run, I believe, right before him. So the pitcher's frustrated.
He got plunked to the bat before that too.
Yeah.
Unintentionally. It was definitely an unintentional plunking.
Yeah. But the second one kind of felt like he was, kind of felt like he thought it was coming.
He was targeted.
He got pissed about it. And unfortunately, he broke his hand or broke a bone in his hand or did some sort of something where he has a fracture in his hand. We don't know how severe it is at this point. I'm sure we're going to find out before the All-Star break is up. But, broken hand in baseball, not a good thing. It's really tough to swing the bat when you have a fucking broken hand. Doesn't matter if it's your broken fucking index finger or, a bone in the bottom of your hand or whatever. It's just hard. So I would expect that he's going to be out for at least a month. And, we'll see if when he comes back, he's able to, get as hot as he was. Because I think he was hitting like 310 for the year.
He was hitting 310. You're right on the number.
Yeah.
He's hitting 310 in the year, and he was playing decent D, except for the last game where he I don't think he had a good grip on the ball. I think instead of
he threw it about 2 Pete Alonso's too high. Yeah. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Pete Alonso didn't even jump. He was like, all right, let's go chase
Wembanyama
it.
could have been on first base, and he could have had another Victor Wembanyama stacked on top of him, and it would have gone over his head.
But, yeah, I mean, that just stinks. And like I told you guys in the group chat, the only time I wish the All-Star break didn't come right now is right now. Because we had momentum. We had some Momo going, and of course, we're going to run into a buzzsaw. We're going to come back, probably lose the next 2 out of 3, and that's the pessimistic side of me. But I wish we could keep playing.
Who do we have coming out of the break? We are at the Houston Astros. At the Houston Astros. So we get to go straight to Houston and see Yordan Alvarez, who's making a Triple Crown race right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's
another surprise coming from Yordan Alvarez.
Is it a surprise? I mean, when he's healthy, he's always been. But this is
like the biggest middle finger to Brooks from last year, picking him in the home run competition, and he didn't do shit.
He's hitting .318 with 31 homers and 70 ribbies. 318 is hold on, I'm pulling up the stats now. I think 318 is in the top 5 in batting average. He is in 4th place in the entire league in batting average, 2nd in the American League behind Yandy Diaz by 4 points. He's second in the MLB in home runs, 1 home run behind Kyle Schwarber, who's also in the National League, and he's 4 RBIs behind Jordan Walker's second, and who's also in the National League. So he is in 1st in the American League in all 3. First or second in the American League in all 3 major categories. So we got an actual real Triple Crown.
Remind me about realignment here in a minute, if you don't mind. Remind me about realignment in Major League Baseball as we talk about this. All right, bigger biceps. Randy Arozarena, Yordan Alvarez, or Randy?
Randy.
Randy's got pipes, dude. Randy's you got to take those pythons to the vet, man. They're sick.
Yeah, definitely Randy. Some other shouts out for midseason stuff. We've already talked about Alcantara and Christopher Sanchez. Dylan Cease also having a really good year. He's starting the game for the American League tonight. Brian Baker in 2nd place in the in the whole entire league in saves. Still can't believe that. He's got 25 saves.
This is where Brooks wishes his Wi-Fi worked right now.
Yeah.
This is
he's also got a 1.73 ERA and a 0.8 WHIP. So good for Brian Baker somehow, some way. And if you're a decent pitcher and you find your way to either Tampa or Milwaukee, you turn into a fucking superstar overnight.
All of a sudden become a stud.
I don't know what it is. I don't know how they do it or why they do it, but they do.
Drink the water, whatever it's in there.
In Milwaukee and fucking Tampa.
In Milwaukee, we know what's in the water. It's booze. It's beer.
Drink the clear water in Tampa. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. I see what you did there. By
the way, my namesake today, Derek Turnbow, is widely regarded as the worst All-Star of all time. He had a good start to the season in 2006 for the Brewers. He was the only Brewer that made the All-Star team in the 2006. And then in the second half, he blew 10 saves. He had a minus 2.5 WAR and had a 7 ERA. So finished the season with a 6.87 ERA and made the All-Star team.
Jesus.
Pretty brutal stuff. Derek Turnbow.
I remember when our All-Star was Pete Incaviglia.
I remember when it was Ty Wigginton. I was there.
This is disgusting.
I remember when we started, when I think it was 05 or 06, we had 3 guys start in the All-Star game. Brian Roberts, Melvin Mora, and Miguel Tejada all started in the All-Star game. I think And they were all great. They were good.
And we
Like,
were
they deserved it.
terrible.
Yeah, we were horrible because our best pitcher was fucking Scott Erickson.
Or Rodrigo Lopez.
Scott Erickson might have been over the hill at that point. Sidney Ponson might have been in there. Who knows? Bruce Chen, Jeremy Guthrie. There was some guys.
Oh, hey. So remind me about realignment. But trivia question yesterday. Trivia while we were watching the home run derby. Can you name obscure MLB Hall of Famers?
Obscure Hall of Famers?
We had to list 8. The more obscure, the more points you got. So, for example, if you said Babe Ruth, if you say Babe Ruth, that's not obscure. Duh.
Okay.
All right. So I'll just give you one that I gave. I gave Scott Rowland.
Okay.
Fred McGriff.
Harold Baines.
Harold Baines was on there, and he was not obscure because we're all in Baltimore. So it's like, okay, people took.
I mean, I can give you some. Hank Greenberg, Richie Ashburn.
Richie Ashburn is a good one.
Dick Allen, Bill Mazeroski, the worst Hall of Famer by a mile.
That you are 100% correct, but he has a great home run that won a World Series in Game 7.
Yeah.
That's a great call. Damn, I wish
other obscure Hall of Fame.
They called Tony Gwynn obscure. Get the F out of here.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Lee Smith obscure. He's an Hall of Famer. Yeah, he got in a couple years ago in the veteran committee ballot or whatever. He didn't get in initially, but he is in now.
And he had to be a player. Ernie Jenkins.
Fergie Jenkins.
Fergie Jenkins. That's what I meant to say. Fergie Jenkins.
Burt Blyleven might be in there. Is he? I don't know. Now we're just naming dudes.
I know we're talking about obscure guys. I mean, had to be players. So I want to say Bob Uecker. Duke Snider is a good one.
Snyder. Joe Torre.
Obscure.
Joe Torre's not obscure.
No.
I'm sure there's a Cap Anson. Fucking
Cap Anson. Look at us going down. We weren't alive. We were in thoughts. I think our parents weren't even thoughts during these.
There's some other Sam Crawford. That's a name from like the 1910s.
Damn, I don't even know who that is. Billy Two Shoes Johnson. I'm making up a name right there, but
Ralph Kiner.
Ralph Kiner's good.
Yeah.
Who were some? I put like I said, Fred McGriff. The Crime Dog. The Crime Dog was the first one that came to mind. Just going obscure. I did put Roberto Alomar. People forget that he got put in a couple years ago. People kind of blocked him out of his mind with the John Hirschbeck incident when he spit. So, anyway.
Yeah. Also, a lot of off the field stuff since he's retired that it's kind of soured a lot of people's thoughts about him. Trying to think of any other guys. I think we named a good amount there.
Yeah.
Ryan Sandberg's in the Hall of Fame.
I put down. It was the third person I put down.
Yeah, Ryan Sandberg was really good. Alan
I just put Ryan. Ryan Sandberg.
Ryan.
Ryne. Yeah.
But yeah, he was doing 30-30 season. He was having 30-30 seasons as a fucking second baseman back before Alfonso Soriano was even thought about. But yeah, anyway, we're halfway through the year, just about. We've got hopefully a great All-Star game to watch tonight. And
the National League is so stacked.
Yeah. Did you see the lineup, by the way? They had like 6 straight lefties starting. It's 6 straight lefties in the lineup. Yes. Lefty. It's crazy.
I know they're not matching up in the All-Star game, but I mean, it's just how they all hit in their respective lineups.
Yeah. I mean, they all deserve to be in the lineup. There's nothing they can do. All the best guys are left-handed.
I like the leading vote getter for the AL is batting 9th. Ernie Clement is batting 9th.
He's also got like 7 home runs this year, and he's the leading vote getter in the AL.
We got all of Canada voting for him. Realignment. So I did listen to Rob Manfred on the radio the other day when driving to Dundalk, and he was talking about how when they try to expand, and they will try to expand with the next commissioner that comes in, because you got to remember, Rob Manfred's leaving in December. He's done. His contract's up, and he does not want to be renewed. He said they have already talked about realignment, where they're basically going to cut the country in half. And then they are literally going to have a West and East, like you were kind of talking about earlier. So the Marlins would become an East team, and I think the Brewers will come back to the AL as well.
Yeah.
So something to think about.
It's something they've been talking about a lot over the course of the past few years
Mhm.
that I think it would be really interesting if they did it, but it would also be really weird just because, it's just the history of baseball. Like how long have the Orioles and the Yankees and the Red Sox all been playing each other? I know it's
Sure.
not everything's going to last forever, but it would be a big jarring change. I mean, it's same thing in the NFL when we went from the AFC Central to the AFC North. It was a big change for a lot of people. You know
Well,
what I mean?
I remember when it was the Brewers, the Astros
The Astros were in the
were
National
in the
League
National
until
League, and I think the
until
Brewers in the AL.
I mean,
Yeah,
less than
so it's
15
like,
years ago, the
yeah,
Astros were in the National. They were in the NL Central for
yeah.
how long?
So I mean, split the country in half.
Yeah. So
Now,
yeah, it's
where did that split go? Because I mean, does the Cubs come to the AL? No, they're not going to do that to the Cardinals.
And do you put the Mets and the Yankees in the same division? Do you put the White Sox and the Cubs in the same division? Do you what do you do with the old rivalries?
No.
Do you want them to play? It's strange. But the way they are with the schedule now, every team basically plays every team. Every other year, if like back in the day, my dad would never get to see the Padres come to Baltimore because they would come every 10 years. Now it's guaranteed that they're going to come at least once every other year. You know what I mean? We're going to go out there. We went out there this year. They're coming to us next year. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So you play every team, and that's back in the
Because
day.
they're going to put a
when I was
team in
growing up.
Vegas,
Yeah.
so you're going to add an NL team to Vegas, and then I think they're talking about Charlotte, maybe, or I might be off a little bit there, but or maybe Nashville. It might be Nashville.
Nashville, Charlotte.
So then
both
you have
been
Nashville's
around.
AL, and then Vegas is NL, right? So
Yeah, and
either
I
way.
don't necessarily think we need that, but whatever. It's gonna happen at some point when there's more money. That's what they're gonna follow.
What they're going to do? They're already talking about expanding the World Cup. If we want to divulge into the World Cup here in a second, but they're
Yeah,
already
I
talking
mean
about expanding the World Cup from 48 to 64. Here we
they've
go.
already expanded the NCAA tournament from 64 to 68, and now they're going to 76. And I've talked to, dozens of people about this, and not one of them cares or wants this to happen. Like, we don't need this at all, but there's more money behind it, so they're going to do it. And it's just going to make the product worse and worse and worse. And I understand the money is great in the short term, but if you're ruining the product in the long term, then it doesn't fucking matter. You're devaluing the product. Even though there's more money coming in this year, there's going to be less money coming in down the road. And I don't understand how these people who are making these decisions are able to make these decisions without some foresight. I don't get it.
You know why? What do I always say? The answer is money. What was the question?
Yeah.
It's exactly what it is. It's
You're right.
very simplistic.
It's fucking sad.
Where were the fucking hydration breaks in Qatar? All right. When it's 120 degrees and you're playing soccer. But hey, you know what? We're playing in Toronto and we got to have hydration breaks. No, it's $250 million that all of a sudden that FIFA can fucking make. They're fucking asshats. But they get to make money, and they're all con artists in the grand scheme of things. But they're going to expand to 68 teams. And look, do I agree to like seeing Cape Verde, however we say it, have a chance and like those guys come back as heroes? It's awesome. But you just start watering down everything. You're just going to water it all down.
Yeah, and
So
it just becomes less and less special. It sucks.
It's a racket. Yeah.
It sucks. And yeah, I mean,
The
I don't really
World
know
Cup
what
has
else to
been
add.
fun. We'll give you that.
World Cup has been fun, and we say it every time the World Cup comes and the U.S. loses. Whenever they lose, they're just like, we finally built something here. Like we're gonna keep going next time, and we've been saying that same exact thing since like 2002. So I don't know. All the best players on our team are guys that we literally convinced to get dual citizenship from different countries because we didn't have any good soccer players in our country. So, I mean, I don't know what we're talking about. We're not building a program from the inside here. We're just, are there
We have IMG Academy.
Are there even 68 countries with soccer teams? Yeah, I'm sure there are, but they probably shouldn't be fucking playing.
And one of them's not Arkansas.
If Germany plays fucking Chad, they're probably going to win by 50 goals. I mean, I don't. I'm just saying, I'm just saying, it's probably
Chad. Who says Chad?
It's my roommate's name, so I always think about it.
The country,
Chad.
You're an
It is
asshole.
country. It is
I know it is.
All right, British Open is this week. Sorry, the Open Championship.
The
formerly
Opium
known as
Championship.
the Opiate Championship.
The Opium, the Opium Championship. Well, that happens
They-
in West Baltimore, my friend.
They have not. They did not play the Open Championship in 2020, but since 2021, there have been 5 Open Championships. 4 of those have had American winners. How many of those 4 can you name?
Scotty Scheffler, Phil Mickelson.
No, last 5 years. Last 5 years.
Last 5 years. All right, so
Scotty Scheffler's one that he won last
Scotty
year.
Scheffler. Let's go with. Was Spieth the 5th year? Is that the furthest back? Okay.
Spieth won in 17, so 21
17,
and
all right.
21 and on is what you're looking for.
Xander Schauffele.
Xander Schauffele won 2 years ago, correct?
Yeah.
So you got Scheffler, Schauffele.
Mm-hmm. Damn, there's one it's right on the tip of my tongue too. Fuck. All right, it's bad. It's bad.
I'll give you some hints. He waggles a lot.
He waggles a lot.
He's left-handed and he waggles a lot. There's the
waggles.
answer. Brian Harmon.
Brian Harmon. I would never. I would.
Bulldog.
Never.
I won a lot of money on that guy winning that year. And the last guy in 2021 was Colin Morikawa. Won at Royal St. George's, which is located in Sandwich, England. Which
sounds like a delicious place. I like that place already.
They probably have shitty sandwiches there because it's
without a doubt. It's
sorry, British.
They're probably known for their crimpets or something. You know?
Yeah. The only other winner was an Aussie named Cameron Smith. You might remember Rory McIlroy and Cam Young coming in second, tied for second in that tournament.
Well, I remember Cam Smith for the shitty mustache. Well, he went to the Penthouse Club or something like that the day before, and he wouldn't say that he was actually going to live golf, which now he wishes he didn't, and he wishes he could come back. Yeah. But hey, good for you, buddy. Keep growing your stash. Because I see hockey players grow quicker than you do in about a month.
Guys to watch this week. Tom Kim just won the Scottish Open. He always plays well when they go over and play links golf. So he's a guy.
Did you see the guy that bet $47,700 on Tom Kim to win the Open Championship, and he won $4 million?
Yeah.
What a random number! $47,700.
Do you think that's like what his checking account had in it, and he just like said, "Fuck it, I'm just emptying the tank on Tom"?
Either that, or it was like because he could win $4 million, like to get him over the $4 million mark. I don't know. I
don't know.
It's great.
Good for that guy. I wish I was him. But yeah, British Open this week. It's at Royal Birkdale. Last time they played at Royal Birkdale, Jordan Spieth was the winner. The time before that, Patrick Harrington was the winner. Good list of winners at Royal Birkdale in Southport, England, which I believe is northwest England. But they're teeing off on Thursday at 1:30 in the morning, and they're going to be teeing off.
But this is gorgeous, especially for guys like us in the industry we're in. We get home and we get to watch this.
Get to watch it
now,
live.
It's very bad for our sleep at 9 a.m.
Yeah, but it's British Open week. What are we going to do?
No, I'm sorry. It's the Open Championship. When the hell did we change it from British Open to the Open Championship?
It's always been the Open Championship. It's just it was acceptable to call it the British Open forever, and now we're just not allowed to anymore.
All right, Turnbow. All right, Turnbow. You know, I don't need you to come out with these quick quips. All right.
I was just explaining to you.
I need a 5-minute timeout from you. Okay.
Nick Taylor is playing with Siwoo.
Don't give me Canadian bullshit.
Off at 5:20 Thursday morning. Couple of really cool matchups though. Jason Day, Alex Noren, and Justin Thomas are in a group. Scotty Scheffler, Jordan Spieth, and Bryson DeChambeau are in a group together. Tommy Fleetwood, John Rahm, Tyrrell Hatton in a group together. So a lot of fun groupings for this tournament that we're going to be able to see.
You got a couple picks that you really like. You're the golf god, man.
If you just going by recent form, the best players over the course of the last couple of weeks, besides Scotty and Rory, obviously we're not going to outside of the top guys. Chris Gotterup has been really, really good, really consistent. Plays well, and even last week he didn't win, but he came in the top 5. He won 2 weeks ago. Tom Kim, like I said, always plays well when they go he won last week in Scotland. He always plays well in the British Open. Just one of those guys that's kind of a horse for these kind of links courses. He's just really good with these courses. The Fitzpatrick brothers, both of them, Matt and Alex. Matt is definitely the more accomplished and better of the two.
But Alex has been hot.
both of them have been playing really, really good, consistent golf this year. So those are two guys that I would definitely have on the bingo card as well. And then, just kind of dart throws down the board a little bit more. Victor Hovland is a guy that either is going to miss the cut or compete to win pretty much every tournament. He's very kind of feast or famine. Tommy Fleetwood, same thing.
See, I'm going Fleetwood all day, and that's not
more consistent.
I like Fleetwood.
I mean, we love Fleetwood all the time, but he never fucking wins. And I know he won finally last year, but I don't know. At the end of the day, at some point, you just got to win a fucking golf tournament.
I like Fleetwood or Goddard. I like those two.
And then another guy we didn't mention, Cam Young, who's come close a couple times in the British Open and had a really good start to the season. It's kind of cooled off in the middle, but has all the talent in the world. So I think he's a guy who can compete as well. This all being said, Scotty's probably going to end up winning.
Is Maverick McNeely in this?
Yeah.
Okay, so I would also, if I could have a third, I would take Maverick McNeely.
He could be a top 20 guy. He's always hovering around the leaderboard. He might be this year's Harry English.
Well, he hits stingers, which I like, and especially in these winds. When you go to, if the wind, I haven't looked at the weather forecast, obviously, but
it's supposed to be not raining, which is weird for the British Open. It's usually raining,
odd.
But they said it is going to be. As a result, it's going to be windy, and the ground's going to be really hard and firm.
Okay.
So it's
McNeely hits stingers, which I enjoy because it's what I hit if I could ever hit the ball.
Gary Woodland, too. He's a stinger guy.
That's my guy. Yeah. I love Gary. He hits Wilson.
And if
he hits Wilson close.
Brian's going to want Gary Woodland on his bingo card.
Who wouldn't want Gary Woodland? The man had brain cancer, and he won.
All right, Brian did mention that he had a draft, but I think we're
I have two more things before the draft. Two more things, and then we'll shut it down.
We'll postpone the draft to Thursday because we don't have all three of us here. I just wanted to let you know we're probably not going to be doing it.
That's fine. That's fine.
But Brian, you have two more things you want to talk
about?
Two
things. One, it's a slow time of year, so I was watching ESPN The Ocho the other day. Oh my God, it's delicious.
What was on?
I watched the bubblegum. I watched the bubblegum blowing competition. Just the commentary alone.
Is it Big League Chew or is it Hubba Bubba?
It's Big League Chew.
Is it?
It's sponsored by Big League Chew. There is a woman she looks like Honey Boo Boo. She has a thing of scissors, which apparently are the measuring stick. And it's this people coming up. And a woman comes up and the commentary is so ridiculous. Like, she's been saving all of her spit for this big wad. And I'm like, oh my God, what in the hell am I listening to?
Make as many innuendos as they can.
She's sucking in for this bubble. I'm like, oh, what the hell is happening here? Saw that. I saw was it lawnmower racing, rock skipping? There was another one. Oh, the mullet competition. Don't know how you win that one. The mood.
It's completely objective, right?
Yeah, completely. It's French for mullet.
Joe Dirt.
ESPN The Ocho, just please watch it. It's awesome. And obviously Dell could do like the slippery stairs, but now with all the canola oil he has. So yeah. But watch ESPN The Ocho. It's awesome. Also, we like talking about movies and TV. Saw two good things. One, watch Shipwrecked on Netflix. It's awesome. It's about the capsizing of the cruise ship. It's not the poop cruise thing. It's the capsizing of I'm forgetting the name of the boat. Begins with a C. Where like it looked like the Titanic. Like the ship actually sank.
When did it happen?
2013.
Wow.
It was all over like the news and shit like that. But it's a very good documentary. It takes about an hour and 20 minutes, hour and 30 minutes, but it's very, very, very good. It deals with the families. Like one was a pregnant woman and they were like jumping on lifeboats. And they could see land, but you couldn't swim far enough. So it's called Shipwrecked. It's very, very good.
So many things have happened in our world that you forget about certain things, and that's just something
the boat is fully capsized, and the captain is a fucking jackwagon. He literally leaves his own ship and goes to shore while people are still on the boat, like waving for people. That's disgusting.
Sounds like he should have.
He's in jail for like 16 years. Removed. Yeah, he's not getting out of jail until like 2030. Yeah. And then also I watched the movie Pressure and that's something that Dell and I have talked about before. It's about Eisenhower and D-Day. Kind of it's a forced movie. It's a good movie, but not a bad movie. It's right there in that middle ground. It's very historically accurate, but Brendan Fraser doesn't do a very good Eisenhower. But the meteorologist, it's about like actual like the weather and how like if we would have sent our troops into Normandy on X day, they would have been washed away by Mother Nature. So he waited for a window. It's pretty good.
Remember when I saw that this movie was coming out? The guy who plays the meteorologist, his name's Andrew Scott. He played Professor Moriarty in a show called Sherlock, which is a show with then Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman as Sherlock Holmes and John Watson. It's like a modern take on Sherlock Holmes, and he plays the main villain in like a season or two.
Star of the show by far.
He is excellent, and I've always thought he needs to be in more stuff, and so I'm glad he got an opportunity. And apparently, you said he's good.
He was fantastic in that movie. Yeah. Fantastic. But Brendan Fraser doesn't do a really good job. I mean, he's a very good actor, but he just doesn't do a good job in this role. But it's a good movie, but it's historically, like I said, historically accurate, but
he's more of a Mummy Returns kind of guy, Brendan Fraser,
without a doubt,
or George of the Jungle,
or Encino Man. But that.
School Ties. Remember School Ties?
School Ties. Get out of here. Also, are you going to go see The Odyssey in theaters coming up?
I was just about to ask you that. Yes, I am.
I'm going to see it in IMAX, and there's no question about it.
I'm pretty sure. It depends on how the weather is Friday, because I'm either going to go to the beach or go to a matinee. But I'm off on Friday. This is my first day off in a couple weeks, and I'm thinking about just seeing what the time is on Friday and just going to see a Friday matinee. I know it's a 3-hour long movie, so if it's a nice day outside, I don't know. I don't want to waste a beach day and a day off going to the movies, but I'm going to go see it at some point, either this weekend or the beginning of next week.
Do yourself a favor. The beach is going to be there tomorrow. All right.
Yeah.
It's going to be the day after. Just go to the damn.
Yeah.
Get yourself a large popcorn, a Dr. Pepper.
Oh, I'm going to get a fucking large Barks root beer and a fucking large popcorn, and I'm gonna put the straw in the butter thing so it gets all the way down in the bottom. Yeah, we're gonna do all the hacks. Yeah,
clogging artery, man. Do it, dude.
Hey, look, if you're going to the movies, like I go to the movies once every fucking 4 or 5 months at this point, if that, once every 6 months. So if you're gonna do it, you might as well fucking do it, right?
All right. I know we don't want to do the draft, but I'm just gonna throw it out there because I can change draft. These things come to my mind randomly. What's your 2 favorite trophies in sports? They come off the board when you say them. You get the first pick.
I only get the first pick? Okay, because I had 2 answers. The Stanley Cup.
Okay. Obviously, the Stanley Cup's number 1. I'm going to go the Claret Jug.
That was my number 2.
It's why we're all friends.
Yeah. Give me the Lombardi.
The Lombardi?
Yeah.
I'm going the Masters Trophy, which is just Butler Cabin.
The trophy of the Masters is a green jacket, dude. I know you get the Butler Cabin.
Okay, but you actually do get like a platform, like it's
I don't know
Butler
what I would
Cabin.
take other than that. You get a plate when you win in Wimbledon, like a platter.
Yeah, you can eat a dish.
Yeah, you can eat like seafood pasta off of it or something. I don't know what the fuck. The Wanamaker is cool, I guess. It's the PGA, but
most people don't know what the hell the Wanamaker Trophy is. I did watch Pablo Torre finds out.
Is cool. It should have like a more pronounced name, though. I feel like, right? Like this, the Stanley Cup is in the Lombardi Trophy. Like the World Series Trophy is just kind of like the.
A one that is underrated is the winner of the Indianapolis 500. If you win the Indianapolis 500, your actual face gets molded into the trophy, and it kind of grows like the Stanley Cup does. So your face goes on, and the base has all the faces of the winners.
Huh. That's fucking insane.
Yeah.
Huh.
So, couple before we go, 2 things. One, to my buddy Roach, who I live with, his family dog died, Bruce. He's going through a tough time, and whenever we lose animals, that's the toughest. That really is the tough. I mean, obviously losing family, close family members is tough, but losing an animal has a little soft spot in all of our hearts. And then to my cousin John, not gonna cry, not gonna cry, not gonna cry. But to my cousin John, I know you're watching. Love you. You have my hat. All right. That's all you asked for was my hat. I love you, buddy. You stay strong. Care about you. You don't go anywhere. We got your back all day. All right.
Oh yeah. Shouts out to a couple of my regulars at the Turtle who are in the hospital, Dan and Mark. Whatever you guys are going through, we love you. We hope you get. And
Stay strong. We got your backs.
Call your friends. Even if you're not having a bad day, maybe they are, and they want to hear from you. It can change a lot. Just hearing from somebody, getting a good message in there, it can help anybody. So,
well, I hope they're all right, buddy.
Call your friends and pay attention, and go have a good week. And we'll see you on Thursday.
Outros suck.
Outros are weird, and we love you. We'll see you on Thursday.
Love you. Hope your friends are good, buddy. Love you, bud.
July.